with saturated fatty acid or unsaturated fatty acid. So in that combination we have discussed about in the fats and oils we have discussed about the triglyceride formation part. Okay, now the other part is fatty acids. So fatty acids, if you see the fatty acids are the simplest lipids. Fatty acids are the simplest lipids. Okay, so they are amphipathic lipids. Amphipathic lipids means where both polar and non-polar groups are present in fatty acids. So they are amphipathic in nature. Both polar and non-polar groups are there. So they are called as amphipathic lipids. These are the simplest lipids. Fatty acids are the simplest lipids. They are made up of hydrocarbon side chain, okay, and carbon atoms. Okay, they are made up of carboxylic acid. Sorry, Ca means carboxylic acid and hydrocarbon side chain. Hydrocarbon side chain. COOH means carboxylic acid. So these are the simplest lipids. Fatty acids are the simplest lipids made up of carboxylic acid and hydrocarbon side chain. They are amphipathic in nature because they are having both polar and non-polar groups. Both polar and non-polar groups. Okay. Now fatty acids, if you see in physiological solutions, fatty acids ionize and carry negative charge. In physiological solutions, fatty acids ionize and carry negative charge They give energy on oxidation. All naturally occurring fatty acids are even numbered. Okay. So in physiological solution, fatty acids they exist, they ionize and carry negative charge. They give energy on oxidation. How much energy they give? 9 kilocalories per gram. And all naturally occurring fatty acids are even numbered, means they are 12, 14, 16, 18, 20 and so on. So most of the naturally occurring fatty acids are even numbered fatty acids. Okay. Now if you see the various types of fatty acids are classified into short chain fatty acid, medium chain fatty acid, long chain fatty acids, very long chain fatty acids. This is based on the chain, based on the number of hydrocarbons. They are classified into short chain, medium chain fatty acid, long chain fatty acids, very long chain fatty acids. And based on the odd number and even number, fatty acids are classified into odd number fatty acids and even number fatty acids. And based on the chain structure, if they are straight, they are called as straight chain fatty acids. If they are branched, they are called as branched chain fatty acids. Saturated and unsaturated fatty acids. So saturation and unsaturation is based on the double bonds that are present in the structure of fatty acids. If the double bonds are present in the structure of fatty acids, then it is called unsaturated fatty acid. And if there are no double bonds, they are called as saturated fatty acids. Saturated fatty acids means they don't have double bonds in their structure. Unsaturated fatty acids, they have double bonds in their structure. Again, unsaturated fatty acids are of two types: monounsaturated fatty acids and polyunsaturated fatty acids. Monounsaturated fatty acids, they consist of only one double bond in their structure. They are called as monounsaturated fatty acids. If more than one double bond is present in the fatty acids, they are called as polyunsaturated fatty acids. So here the summary of the fatty acid classification is provided. Based on the straight chain fatty acids are classified into saturated and unsaturated. Saturated, again they can be even numbered or odd number fatty acids. Even number fatty acids, example, we have palmitic acid and stearic acid. Odd number means they are made up or they consist of 9, 11, 13, 4, 13, 15 numbers like this and so on it will go. Okay. So unsaturated fatty acids, they consist of double bonds. If only one double bond is present, it is called as monounsaturated. If more than one double bond is present, then it is called as polyunsaturated fatty acids. Polyunsaturated fatty acids, we have examples called linoleic acid, linolenic acid and arachidonic acid. Okay. Then branched chain fatty acids, we have examples of like isovaleric acid and isobutyric acid. Then cyclic fatty acids are also present. Example for cyclic fatty acids is prostaglandins and prostacyclins. Okay. So further information about the classification of fatty acids, if you see, depending on the number of carbon atoms, I told it is classified into even chain fatty acid and odd chain fatty acid. And depending on the presence or absence of double bonds, they are classified as saturated and unsaturated. Saturated means no double bond. Unsaturated means double bonds are present. If only one double bond is present, it is called monounsaturated. If more than one double bond is present, it is called as polyunsaturated fatty acid. So nomenclature, if you see the nomenclature of fatty acids, saturated fatty acids, they start with the suffix anoic. Anoic. A suffix means end. So they end with a suffix called anoic, octanoic acid. Anoic means octanoic. Unsaturated fatty acids, they end with a suffix called enoic. They end with a suffix called enoic. Octadecenoic means this is unsaturated fatty acid. Octanoic means saturated fatty acid. Octadecenoic, because enoic is there, this is a unsaturated fatty acid. So by name itself we can come to know whether it is a saturated fatty acid and unsaturated fatty acid. So we should follow the nomenclature while naming the fatty acids. So if you see the numbering of carbon atoms, the numbering of carbon atoms starts from carboxyl carbon end as 1. So this is a side chain hydroxycarbon chain, and this is a acid, carboxylic acid, that is present in a fatty acid. Let's say this is a fatty acid. The COOH group is the polar end group, and the hydrocarbon chain is non-polar in nature. So the carboxycarbon is taken as the functional carbon. So this is termed as first carbon. So this is second carbon, third carbon, fourth carbon, fifth, sixth, and so on it will start. So numbering of carbon atoms can be given from the carboxycarbon end, carboxylic carbon end. So numbering starts always from the carboxyl carbon as 1, and this continues. The adjacent carbons are named as 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. Okay. So the terminal carbon is referred to as omega. Let's say this is the end of the hydrocarbon, non-polar hydrocarbon of the fatty acid. This carbon is termed as omega carbon. Omega carbon. So this is a carboxylic carbon as first, and the terminal methyl carbon is called as omega carbon. For example, here I have given a palmitic acid, which is a fatty acid, which is a even chain fatty acid. It consists of 16 carbons in its structure. It consists of 16 carbons in its structure. So this is carboxylic carbon is the first carbon, followed by second, 2, 3 and so on. This final carbon is called as omega carbon. So final methyl carbon is called as omega carbon. So this is how the numbering of the carbons in the fatty acids are numbered. There is a shorthand representation of fatty acids. Because it is always 16 carbons, it is very difficult to write, so we adopted a shorthand representation of fatty acids. In this, the total number of carbon atoms are written first, followed by the number of double bonds, and finally the position of double bonds starting from the carboxylic end. Okay, for example, let's say if I write as 8:0 means this fatty acid consists of 8 hydrocarbons in its structure, 8 carbons in its structure, and there are no double bonds. So this is how you can represent shorthand representation of fatty acids. So it represents 8:0 means 8 carbons are there in its fatty acid structure and there are no double bonds. Second example, you see I have written as 18:2 semicolon or comma, 2 semicolon followed by 9 and 12. So what is the meaning of this second example? If you see, 18 is the carbon number, total carbon number in the fatty acid. So it consists of total 18 carbons in its structure, and 2 colon 2 I have written. 2 means there are 2 double bonds are present. It indicates that there are 2 double bonds. And what is the position of double bond? 9 and 12 carbons are having the double bonds. So this is how you can do the shorthand representation of fatty acid. Another example you see here, I have written 20 colon 3 semicolon 3 comma 8 comma 15. Means this fatty acid consists of 20 carbons in its structure. It consists of 3 hydrogen bonds and 3 double bonds, and the 3 double bonds are present at the position 3, 8 and 15. So instead of writing the whole structure of the fatty acid, you can represent the fatty acid in the shorthand. So this is how you can represent. So total number of carbon atoms we have to write first, followed by the number of double bonds, and finally the position of double bonds starting from the carboxylic end we are writing. That gives you a shorthand representation. And there is another type of shorthand representation. Other ways of representing the double bonds is also there in practice. Now that is carboxylic carbon. I said if you are starting the numbering from carboxylic carbon, that whatever we have discussed earlier is applicable. There is another representation, shorthand representation of these fatty acids, that is omega. Suppose if I write this C18 delta 912, okay. So it means that it is a fatty acid is having 18 carbons in its structure. It is having 2 double bonds positioned at 9 and 12. Okay, so likewise also we can represent. Now if you give the numbering at the omega carbon, I told you omega carbon is the last methyl carbon of the fatty acid, is called omega carbon. We most of the time we are starting the numbering from the carboxylic end. Okay, but if you start the numbering from methyl carbon end, then you should represent that as omega carbon and you should represent the number of double bonds. So based on that omega carbon, we can classify the fatty acids into 3 series: omega 3 series, omega 6 series and omega 9 series. Means omega 3 series means, example for omega 3 series we have linoleic acid. Omega 6 is omega 3 is linolenic acid, omega 6 is linoleic acid, and omega 9 example we have arachidonic acid. So in this omega series we will take this methyl omega carbon as the first carbon and we will start giving the numbering for the double bonds. Okay. So example for omega 3 series is linoleic acid, omega 6 series omega 3 series linolenic acid, omega 6 linoleic acid, and omega 9 series we have example of arachidonic acid. So some more examples of fatty acids I have given. Acetic acid is a 2 carbon fatty acid. You can see CH3COOH is a simple fatty acid. Butyric fatty acid, it consists of 4 carbons, CH3, CH2, CH2COOH. Caproic 6 carbon fatty acid, we can write like this. Caprylic is 8 carbon and capric 10 carbon fatty acids. So this is how all fatty acids, they consist of the COOH group. Okay, so if you start carboxylic carbon as 1, then no problem. If you are starting this omega carbon as first carbon, then you should represent that whether it is omega 3 series, omega 6 series or omega 9 series. Okay. Other examples of fatty acids, we have palmitic acid, which consists of 16 carbons, stearic acid consists of 18 carbons, lignoceric acid consists of 24 carbons. Okay. Now you should know one more terminology here in fatty acids, that is essential fatty acids. The fatty acids that cannot be synthesized by the body, so therefore they should be supplied in the diet. They are known as essential fatty acids. So the fatty acids which cannot be synthesized in the body and they should be supplied in the diet are called as essential fatty acids. Since the humans are lacking the enzymes that can introduce the double bonds beyond 9 and 10 position, these fatty acids are not synthesized in the body, so they become essential. If you see the essential fatty acids, we have 3 essential fatty acids: arachidonic acid, linolenic acid and linoleic acid. These 3 are called as essential fatty acids and they have double bonds position more than 10th position. So they are not synthesized in the body, so they should be supplied in the diet. That is why they are called as essential fatty acids. These essential fatty acids are required for the membrane structure. Essential fatty acids are required for the membrane structure and function, transport of cholesterol, formation of lipoproteins, and they help in prevention of fatty liver also. So essential fatty acids are required for the membrane structure and function, transport of cholesterol, formation of lipoproteins, prevention of fatty liver are possible by consuming these essential fatty acids. Eicosanoids are also synthesized from essential fatty acids. Eicosanoids are very important, which are required for the synthesis of prostaglandins, prostacyclins and steroid hormones. So this is all synthesized from the essential fatty acids. So essential fatty acids, we have three essential fatty acids required for the body. They are linoleic acid, linolenic acid and arachidonic acid. Sources of these essential fatty acids is vegetable oils. Vegetable oils. Now you can see linoleic acid structure here. It consists of 18 carbon. It consists of 2 double bonds. The double bond position is between 9 and 12 from the carboxylic end. Between 9 and 12 means 9th position. 9 and 10 there is one double bond. 12 and 13 there is another double bond. So this is from carboxylic end. But if you see from the omega carbon end, if you see, this is called omega 6 family. Omega 6 family. Linoleic acid is omega 6 family, because the first bond, double bond, starts from the omega carbon end at the 6th position. So that is why the first double bond starts at 6th position. So this is called as omega 6. So 6 and 7 from the omega end. This is called omega end. This is carboxylic end. Mostly we follow the carboxylic end, but if you are giving numbering from the omega end, the double bond starts in linoleic acid at 6th position for the first time. So this is called omega 6 family. Then omega 3 family, we have linolenic acid. Okay. So this linolenic acid is also 18 carbon, but it consists of 3 double bonds position at 9, 12 and 15 from the carboxylic end. From the carboxylic end, the 9th position, 12th position and 15th positions are having double bonds, And if you see the omega end, the third carbon, for the first time the double bond starts. So this belongs to omega 3 family. Then arachidonic acid is another example of essential fatty acid. This belongs to omega 6 family. So this consists of 20 carbons in its structure, and it consists of 4 double bonds positioning at 5, 8, 11 and 14. 5, 8, 11 and 14 means 5 and 6 one double bond, 8 and 9 one double bond, 11 and 12 another double bond, 14 and 15 another double bond is there. And from the omega carbon end, if you see, the 6th carbon is having double bond for the first time from the omega end. So this belongs to the class of omega 6 family. So essential fatty acids, we have linoleic acid, linolenic acid and arachidonic acid. Linolenic acid is omega 3 and linoleic acid and arachidonic acid are called omega 6 family fatty acids. Okay. If you see the deficiency of essential fatty acids, the deficiency of essential fatty acids leads to a disease condition called phrenoderma. Phrenoderma is a skin disorder. Phrenoderma is a skin disorder. You can see the skin, you can see some boil-like structures. Okay, skin will become dry, and skin will, you can see the lot of wrinkles also on the skin. So skin will become like a toad skin. Toad skin means frog-like skin. So it is lot of foldings you can see, and with some horny projections also. So horny projections, these are all the horny projections that you can see on the skin, because this is because of the deficiency of these essential fatty acids in the diet. So these are all present on the posterior aspects of the limb. Horny projections are present on the posterior aspects of the limbs. And there is also loss of hair and delayed wound healing. There is also loss of hair and delayed wound healing in case of deficiency of essential fatty acids. In case of deficiency of essential fatty acids, it leads to a condition called phrenoderma. Okay, phrenoderma, and it is responsible for the loss of hair and delayed wound healing.